Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work, and this is my final and full review of the BlackBerry Key 2. So let's start the video. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Pow. Alright guys, so the BlackBerry Key 2. The BlackBerry Key 2 is a device that's coming out in 2018 with a price tag of $650. If you could find it for cheaper, I would definitely recommend it. Is it worth $650? Probably not to your mind, because a lot of people buy different phones and they buy usually Apple and Samsungs and LGs and whatever, so BlackBerry is not a household name anymore. But the BlackBerry Key 2 is a device that's probably a device that you're probably going to look over because it's not exactly what you look for in the phone. It does have a keyboard. It does have a low-end, it's not a low-end processor, but it's not the high-end processor that a lot of people want, especially at the price tag that it's going for. Now, if you compare it to OnePlus at the price point, which a lot of people are always going to try to compare it to, this is not the phone for you, because this phone is mostly for the people who like BlackBerry, or they stay with BlackBerry because of security. So BlackBerry is not owned by BlackBerry anymore. It's actually owned by a company called TCL. TCL makes BlackBerries. They make, I believe they make Alcatel phones as well. So they do have a nice assortment of phones that they actually work on, and they don't actually put their names on it. And they make TVs as well, if you guys haven't heard of TCL. Now, for the phone itself, in the 2 weeks that I used it for, because I haven't been using it lately because I changed from having a T-Mobile SIM card, so I'm on Verizon right now, but I did actually get an update on this device, and it's now on the July 1st security patch. So BlackBerry is definitely updating the phone. So there's so many things I want to talk about with this phone, but I don't want to make this a super long review. As far as the design is different. You do have that backing that's a little bit, it's kind of rugged, and it does have that feel, almost like a rubbery type feel. It's almost like the Blade V8 Pro type feeling in the back, but it does actually look a lot better than the Blade V8 Pro. Now, the thing I liked about this phone is that it's different. The one thing I didn't like was that little black bar here. So it's not a phone that, say how you want to watch like a lot of YouTube videos with. This is more like for business casual, or if you want to look fancy, or if you just want something different, or if you're just loyal to BlackBerry and you don't want to go to iPhone or Samsung and be hypnotized by how they sell phones. It's something that you can't explain. As far as the fingerprint scanner, it's right here on the space bar now, so I could say from that it's been really on and off. I remember the first time I was using it, it was on point all the time. Now it's a little bit 50-50. You see how it's 50-50. So it's not amazing. It's cool in the placement that it's at, which I can't complain about that, but it definitely is different. It does have a headphone jack still, which is a major plus, and they actually put it on top, which I prefer it to be at. The camera in the front is decent. I will actually have a link down below if you guys want to check out my camera comparisons and everything that I did for the BlackBerry Key 2. I will have a link down below, also to where to buy the phone as well. Hopefully in the near future it'll drop in price. The screen is decent, 1080p. It would have been nice to be 1440p, but with a screen that's this small, it's probably not necessary to have 1440p, but for the price tag it's always good to have it. Now, as far as the smoothness of the phone was super smooth. I didn't have any type of lag when I was using it. I definitely think that it's a phone that people will overlook. I think that the Key 1 had a nice little reputation, but then it started lagging sooner or later. So I will be using this phone again as my daily driver after I get my GSM SIM card, and I'm probably going to be using Mint SIM. They're actually doing a promo for trial for $5 where you can use it for like 100 minutes or something like that. So I definitely look forward to having this phone on deck again. I do have my Apple Music running flawlessly on this. I did have a tempered glass on it and it broke super easily because it wasn't like my phone bag. But so a lot of people will say that the BlackBerry Key 2 is not worth it. Now, in my opinion, you can't say a phone is not worth it until you try it. But if you don't have any type of feeling like you want to get it, then it's probably not the phone for you. But if you're curious about the BlackBerry platform, BlackBerry Hub, BBM. Now, I was using the BlackBerry Hub for a little bit, but I kind of faded away from it. But it's still cool to have at the same time, to have everything all grouped up, you know, like your email, your notifications from every type of app that you could possibly put on it. But the phone itself is pretty good. The speakers are decent, a little bit tinny. So there's so many things that you could do on this phone as far as shortcuts, but I don't really take advantage of that because I just don't like the extra steps. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so used to, you know, having to do it myself. I'm not used to, you're saying, having to press a button and you have like the quick toggle keys and you have the convenience keys or whatnot. But the power button is in a perfect placement, which I do like, and the convenience key is in a perfect placement, but I don't use it enough. I probably would have to get used to that, but I'm not used to it right now. So I just use it as a regular phone, and as a regular phone, it's on point. My service was outstanding when I had it on T-Mobile, so it's a phone that I definitely want to use again as my daily driver. I'm actually using the Pixel 2 XL right now because it works on Verizon. But so the BlackBerry Key 2 at a $650 price point is probably not worth it. I would definitely wait a little bit because I seen how the BlackBerry Key 1 had dropped a little bit in price. I think you could pick up a Key 1 for like $400. So if you guys want to pick up a Key 1, I will have a link down below. Just beware that it's not the same as far as the updates and as far as the camera, and you do have bigger keys. Now the keys are pretty good to type on. I did actually get used to it, and you're able to actually swipe across and use that as well. Or if you're navigating through pages, you're actually able to use this as like a way to actually navigate through pages, which is pretty cool. It's just a lot of certain things that you have to learn, like you know having like a note device, you have to learn through everything, and you're probably not going to get to everything, but you just rock out with it and do as much as you can. That's what the BlackBerry Key 2 is. It's a learning process. It's a phone that, you know, has what it takes in my eyes. If they just put, you know, saying, having to decide between having to be a high-end phone and having to be a phone that's mid-range price with mid-range specs. So the BlackBerry Key 2 is a good device. I would definitely recommend it if you're curious about trying it out. I'm not gonna say it's bad because I actually thought it was pretty good. So if you guys like this review, just follow Phone Tech at Work for more videos like this. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos and get first dibs on comments. So if you like this video, do what you gotta do. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.